could eat a page for hours. Please. Kiss me. What happened? It's all fuzzy. Wait a minute. I remember now.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Hobbit when the trolls are deciding how to cook the dwarves, but instead of cooking the dwarves, it's how we're gonna fuck the girl.
Yeah. No, and and she's on to this because they're obvious and they're terrible tiny boners who tending their pants the whole time.
Oh, this is wonderful.
And so they're all leaning up against the VW bug, and she starts feeling up their legs. She's like, boys.
Yes, she even puts their hands on her thighs.
Something. Yeah. She's like, I bet you want to ride this pony. Oh, but there's one thing you should know, record scratch. I'm a lesbian. What? A lesbo? No, a lesbian. That's unnatural. And she's like, why do you like girls? Like, because girls are hot. She's like, yeah, I agree. Girls are hot. I'm a lesbian.
I love vagina.
And then he's all like, she's not a real lesbian because she's not all ugly like I think lesbians are.
Become straight, and then roundaboutishly becoming frenzies while fantasizing about fucking her.
No, this movie. I was thinking about this while I was trying to sleep earlier. This is another one of those many movies that's a play and it doesn't know it.
Yes.
And yet and if it had pursued that tack a little better, it could have been a movie. Oddly enough, but it doesn't do that, and so it fails to be anything.
But the only thing that keeps it somewhat watchable is all the cameos. The first one,
they knew they had nothing, so Elliot Kastner's like, okay, Brat Pack actor friends, here's some cocaine. Go to.
Now, that's why I really believe this was just a cocaine party that turned into a film, because maybe you can tell me a background on why the fucking hell Nick Cage had a Steve Martin Roxanne nose that looked like the hood of his car, unless it was a joke thing for holding cocaine.
He's the first cameo. Before they figured out that their cars don't run anymore. He pulls up in a fucking like red Lamborghini or whatever, and he comes out with his blonde messy hair and this prosthetic nose, and he goes, "Anybody hurt? Can I give anybody a lift?" and the jock guy is all like, "No, we got it under control. Wink, wink." Blink,
which was apparently
translation. Like we're gonna get laid.
We're gonna fuck this lesbian.
Okay, I'll drive out of your movie now.
Which apparently
I am
was
the briefest and oddly the most merciful cameo.
But it was also supposed to be like the funniest fucking thing he'd ever heard because he just starts laughing.
He does. He has this awkward laugh, and it's like this is an ugly rich fuck driving around in a goddamn Lamborghini. Yeah. So I have some factoids about today's movie. By the way, for listeners at home who aren't going to go and watch Moonstruck, Cher and Nick Cage get together and they have sex.
Yeah, she cooks him a steak and she cooks it in a way he doesn't like
he's
it.
like, I want it burn it to shit. And she's like, no, I'm gonna have it bloody to feed your blood.
But to be fair, I mean, if somebody comes over to your house and like that, even if you don't know them and they cook you a steak, it's common courtesy to sleep with them.
Yeah, we have to recreate that love scene because it is a very tender scene where he flips over the table and then kisses her. It's like, wait, what are you doing?
It's like, you're doing it wrong. Here, it's like this.
Yes, and he picks her up in his arms. She goes, "Where are you taking me?"
No, wait! Don't leave it out. Don't leave it out. He picks her up and he says, "Son of a bitch!"
Yes.
She's like, "Where are you taking me?" To the bed. And her head
take me to the bed.
Over all romantically, and she's like, I don't care. Destroy me. He's like, there will be nothing left.
Yeah, you just breened Nicolas Cage. Which means
we gleaned all the wisdom we could from this film, so you don't have to watch it. Linda bought this on my voodoo. It cost $13.99 and will haunt my dreams till the end of my days, the end of my days. Don't watch this movie. Don't rent this movie. This film's ending is so clever. This film's ending is so clever, said no one ever, but it makes it feel artistic. Don't have sex with any birds now. It's highly immoral and also illegal in most places, and God will likely judge you.
But no, the biggest upset, the biggest disappointment in this whole goddamn movie is that it's just one giant Modine Dong tease. I wanted to see me some Modine Dong.
And it's only teased harder when Cage walks in and dumps in that leather satchel full of balls.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
There was a lot of ball action.
Merry Christmas, Birdy. God bless us, everyone.
Yeah, I've been waiting 30 years for these balls.
Is there a thematic reason that La Bamba plays throughout the film?
Yeah.
I mean, La Bamba was my favorite song when I was 4 years old, but later I heard other songs and it sort of changed for me.
I love Richie Valens, and that was the first. I think that was one of the first songs that Donnie and I learned how to play on guitar.
Yes, it was.
Oh, weird.
Bamba. But
Is it because Richie Valens died in a plane crash?
Yes, he did.
Well, then they could have had some Big Bopper as well.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be too weird.
What? You are what?
It's like we already have two guys dressed up as fucking pigeons, and we have a guy kissing a bird and wanting to fuck
I made you a pigeon suit, Al.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
They got that gag where they're walking around and he like falls out of frame, and it's all like, oh look, it's like a cartoon. He. They're so cute together. He gave her a Hawaiian flower.
Yeah.
Are we still unpacking this thing?
Well, the whole Hawaii thing, by the way, is like is almost half Hawaii. I hate this.
Yeah.
Movie. I mean,
it just goes nowhere.
No love for Hawaii.
Well, yeah. No, and the first time I watched it, I'm like, it's called Honeymoon in Vegas.
Yeah.
They're not on their honeymoon, and for most of the movie, they're not even in Vegas.
I'm just wondering if that had to do with the cost of shooting, because Vegas is a pretty expensive place.
But Hawaii, though.
I know.
Because like in one scene he will be in I don't know where the hell it is. I guess it's New York.
Yeah.
And then they're in then they're all of a sudden in Vegas, and he can barely afford the suite that he gets, but somehow he can afford to go to Hawaii.
Yes. They could have made that into its own gag, but this thing is barking up the wrong trees for its comedic sources. But the reason I think the Hawaii thing happened, the first time I saw this, I was just seething. I couldn't I couldn't even think. But looking at it again, it's like wait, all the locations tie into the Elvis theme because Elvis did Viva Las Vegas and he did Blue Hawaii. And then I was thinking, but Elvis also did Fun in Acapulco. Sure. Just go to Mexico. It's better than Hawaii.
Well, they were saving that one for Fools Rush In.
Which is such, I was thinking about that during this. I'm like, man, I wish I was watching Fools Rush In. That was such a better movie.
It really was.
It really was.
And that movie was actually kind of about what it was about. Like it addressed things, and it didn't have any it didn't have any goofy, stupid comedy. Like it was all sort of organic.
Oh yeah.
But like in this, like Cage is 1 minute he's in New York, the next he's in a suite in Vegas that he can't afford. Then he's back in New York, and then
right back on the job.
Yeah,
yeah, and he kind of like almost forcefully like starts up an affair with her.
Almost.
Okay, so I keep referencing this scene, but this is the scene where they meet in the street, and Cage has these hilarious like work goggles on, I guess, because he works for the cable company. He's in his cable guy outfit, so porno. He's got his long hair and goatee, and he pulls up his sleeve and shows her his tattoo, and he says, "The Black Rose of Fate, want one?" And he whips out a Sharpie and is about to draw on her arm when she pulls away. Because he's an artist.
But then, like, he kind of, like, corners her up against, like, a gate. And then, like, tells her that he likes it when she doesn't wear anything underneath. And so she drops her chonies into a puddle of water, and I'm just thinking, like, you just ruined a perfectly fine pair of chonies. What are you doing, man? Like, that's gross.
Well, what are you talking about later on, ma'am? Somebody's going to find those and be mighty grateful. Put them in my pocket and think all day about how lucky I'll be.
Clean chonies.
Yes, they're normally a fella have to pay for these in the vending machine out in Tokyo, I expect. But
maybe it's a sign of how old I'm getting, where I'm not like, ooh, this is hot. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, well, what about your underpants?
What is wrong with you?
Like you watch Fatal Attraction, you're like, do the dishes, quit doing it all the time.
There was nothing hot about this movie at all. Even Nick Cage.
Oh no,
painting, then finger blasting.
He's dips his fingers in the blue and yellow paint and is dragging him down the middle of her chest all the way to her bush there. You know, it's like, it's like.
Okay.
It's like, well, you know, that's not going to wash out easy. Thanks,
Donnie,
Nick Cage.
as our resident painter, how hard is it to get paint out of pubes?
Very surprisingly. And to actually Google some fun things, there is an artist who actually paints with his penis. And even he admits it wasn't the wisest decision considering what's in oil paint. So, yeah.
I love that.
And for those that don't know, this movie is about a man who goes to prison constantly for armed robbery, but never uses ammunition because he doesn't want to
Unarmed
hurt anyone.
robbery, yeah.
Yes, unarmed robbery, and falls in love with a police officer who also falls in love with him, and they decide to get married once he's free and straight and narrow, and then decide we want a baby. But they can't have a baby, so they gotta steal a baby.
Holly Hunter finds out she's barren.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with his sperm.
Where my seed could find no purchase. I love the doctor in that scene pointing at the female anatomy with the really creepy
He
smile.
was really happy about her being barren.
Yeah, it's like,
And he's
see
using
that?
a cigar
You can't have you no
point.
kids.
See, it's like if they could have given him a little dialogue. It's like, you see that road? You don't go down that road. Like, that road's barren. It's stony. Nothing will grow there.
One of them
barren's
ectopic
metal.
pregnancies.
You plant a seed, nothing's going to grow on that garden.
It's one of those down east Arizona doctors. None of us are from Maine. What's with that?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Anyway,
The story of the movie.
so after they find out they're barren,
Then they find out about the Arizona Quince, about how Nathan Arizona of Unpainted Arizona Furniture Stores, wife with fertility treatments, had quintuplets. And Ollie Hunter concludes that they have more than their share, and they need a baby, damn it.
Yes, a police officer decides that they need to steal a baby.
Now, honey, you had resigned at that point.
I want that baby. You're going to get me that baby.
Get me a topic. Put Meg Ryan in there, you know, and you got your movie. You know,
It just
like it
feels
writes
like they
itself.
loaded him up with Quaaludes, and then someone had one of those dog shock collars on him just to keep him from going full cage.
Yeah, because he never does it. He never does it. Like,
Fine, I won't have any fun.
Like at least at Honeymoon in Vegas, you get like, you're not even fine today.
Yeah, can we get a bedroom?
You're trying to give me a heart attack.
he said that Andrew Bergman kept asking for more Jimmy, more Jimmy.
Oh, so they were fully aware of it. Okay.
If you know what I mean.
But when talking about Cage, Bergman said, quote, he makes ordinary guys interesting. There's nothing white bread about anything he does. There's something so unadorned about the way he says a promise is a promise in that movie. It just gives you goosebumps.
Someone always says a promise is a promise while snorting blow off a hooker's ass.
Bergman, I know we talked all about.
Could do it, but
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is like he took this guy that he acknowledges as unique and just dumbs him down to be any actor.
Yeah.
it's. I wish I had $600,000.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you're
concession
just
money
saying.
at the end. It's like, this movie ends with a GoFundMe.
I know, right? I was telling you that would happen today, but not in the 90s so much.
Yeah, they let
there was
Isaac
some-
Hayes in disguise as a homeless guy into the restaurant after they have nothing. They give him a bowl of soup and like $5 and say, "You have a good day, sir." And he's like, "That was amazing. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to get kicked in the ribs." And then he tells the world about it, and everybody sends $5 to $10 to Nicolas Cage and Bridget Fonda.
See,
and
no, that would have been your horror movie. It was if, like, should we invite him in? He's like, why not? And he thinks, I'm gonna get some soup, and they kill him instead.
A promise is a
I
promise.
legitimately thought your wisdom
Andrew
was gonna
Bergman,
be
Sweeney Todd.
happiness is in your household.
And the homeless is in your. I mean, maybe we'll see you guys next week. I don't know. I just don't know.
I
anymore.
only drink when I'm recording. Fuck off. I can quit anytime.
Why don't more people watch Jag anymore?
Hey, fuck Jag. I watched the Sub-Jag show. I watched James Brolin and Pensacola Wings of Gold.
Why don't you let me do the Kraken and you do the jacket?
I got fucking ass of
when you're in
steel here.
prison.
You give me your bullshit thing, I'll watch it, motherfucker. Tell me about your bullshit thing on our website, and I'll fucking watch it and report back on the goddamn Cage Cast. How about that, motherfucker?
We'll watch the shit out
You
of it.
want a plug? I'll watch it. I got nothing better to do. I watched the 4-hour version of Dune. You can't hurt me.
Your name is a killing word.
Tell me of your homeworld, Uso.
Everyone walk without rhythm. Peace out.
Can we please let them go now?
No, I watched
They
the
can't
5-hour
go
version.
because they don't have the key.
Boobies, 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 boobies.